Wondering how to turn your dreams of entrepreneurship into a reality? Take the mystery out of success, clear the fog of failures, and use speaking to create a six-figure business. Learn the success strategies of international speaker and business coach Katya Ravi. Learn business from brave to rave.
Bonjour, 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 bonjour. Happy Thanksgiving. Wow, I can't believe that we are getting there around the holidays. This is a little surreal. I'm in North Carolina this morning. It is Thanksgiving weekend, and it's rainy and it's cold and it looks like Thanksgiving. The leaves are all on the ground, and only a couple of them are still on the trees. It's absolutely gorgeous here. I wanted to, beside talking to you about your holidays, and I hope you had a great turkey and turkey meal and enjoyed your family. But around the holidays, one of the things then, so I will disclose that today is Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I know you guys will listen to this right after Thanksgiving, but wanted to kind of talk a little bit about where are we at during the holidays. So one of the things then I see, so today is Wednesday, right? I'm working. Granted, I don't have to travel too far tomorrow for to meet with my family, which I do. So many people have asked me, do I celebrate Thanksgiving? Yes, I do. I am. Yes, I am French, but I am also an American, and this is a holiday I have totally embraced. I love cooking. I love getting together with family. I love the laughs and the food. And granted, there's some food, and I'm still like, what? People eat this here? But I totally do enjoy it. One of the things that I see, though, it's the week of Thanksgiving. For most businesses, start the week before Thanksgiving. And people stop working. The week before Thanksgiving, for some reason, people stop working. And that's something I really don't understand. Usually, I tell my client to consider, 4 days. Like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, off. But come on, either you want to run a business or you don't. And even if you have to go somewhere, you still, for most of my clients, they can still work. Most of my clients are coaches, they are speakers, and they are service-based entrepreneurs. So they pretty much can do everything on Zoom. Granted, I know I'm not gonna have a speaking gig today, guys. I know that. Neither will I on Saturday, and expect a huge turnout. However, stopping to work the week before is really hindering the months of November. And see, every beginning of the month, I do my blueprint to the month. It's basically a blueprint of where am I going to be? Where am I speaking? Where am I networking? Where am I sponsoring? And where are my leads coming from? Now, if I stop working the week before Thanksgiving, it's really hard. And I see it just with networking events. Networking events, even if they were on Monday this week, they got canceled. Some of them were last Friday and got canceled because of the holiday. I'm like, how can you expect having great revenue when you're not out there? And how are you going to make up? And this is kind of the big thing. So this morning I was doing my blueprint for December, and like I do pretty much every 27 26, 27 of the month, I'm like, okay, what do I have planned for December? Where am I going to be? Where am I speaking? And December, I'm all over the place. And guys, I'm going to tell you. So I am very, very goal oriented. Obviously, to be a coach, especially a business coach, you have to be. You have to be for yourself, but you have to be for your clients. And I am very, very close to, a goal that I had put for myself just for quarter four. I decided to take it up a notch. And so this is truly what's happening. I have a speaking gig in Washington, D.C. On December 6th. Actually, it's not is it a speaking gig? No, it's a sponsorship. I have a sponsorship. No, they didn't have any speaking slot available. And this is it. I wasn't, I decided to take it up a notch to, upper my quarter four goals. And, last minute kind of search. I saw the sponsorship. It's in, it's in DC. It's about, it's outside of DC in the Maryland side. So it's a little, I think it's in Maryland. Maybe it's in Virginia, but it's definitely outside of the district. It's a 5-hour drive from North Carolina in no traffic. And of course, I'm renting a car. I don't want to go with my own car. And, this is something I will touch on also. Sometimes look at the cost of everything and just see, my car is, I have a cute little BMW, super old, convertible, but she drinks a lot of gas. And so, she is not someone then, and yes, she's a she in France. A voiture, a car, is feminine. So I refer to her as she. But she drinks way too much of gas for me to go for work. I was like, that's silly. I don't want the company to pay that kind of gas. That's irrealistic, really. And that hurts my bottom line. So renting a car is actually a lot cheaper for me, for 80, I think like 60, not even, I think it's $61 for me to rent the car and then the gas. And I'm, definitely more comfortable in the driving car for such a long drive. So the event, we cannot set up the sponsor booth, sponsor table, the night before. Usually we can do that. For this one, we can't. So I have to basically be there at 6:30. And when I was looking at my bottom line, I'm like, okay, if I do one night of hotel, plus the car, plus the gas, plus another night of hotel before I come back, this is what it comes out to. It's a pretty, it's a very pretty area. I looked at Airbnb and I was like, you know what? I really want to maximize my numbers. So this is what's happening. And this is where you realize, and sometimes you just do what you got to do. I mean, some people look at me and they're like, oh, you're so lucky. Or, oh, your company's making money. And yeah, my company is making money, but because of some of the choices I make, either, I'm out there, kind of really busting my behind. And also I can tell you then, so the event is on a Friday. On Wednesday and Thursday, there's a major networking event, Christmas party here, that I really want to attend. So I was like, I definitely will not miss those. But then on Friday at 6:30, I need to be in DC. I don't really want to spend the night in a hotel. I don't want that extra cost because that's hurting my bottom line and what will be my return on investment, from that sponsorship. Obviously, every time you do a sponsorship, you pay a fee. And then I always have an awesome giveaway for my clients. So that's a pretty, I do spend quite a bit of money on that. And that's more worth for me because that's giving it to the prospect client versus, for me just to sleep in a hotel room. So I'm actually leaving at 2:00. I'm leaving here at 1 a.m. So I will go to my networking event, sleep, and then leave to go to the sponsorship and work all day, the booth, and work, on getting, trying to get prospect client. And I'm coming back that evening. So I will probably, I know me, I will take a nap. I'm very, very safe on the road. Probably stop, during the traffic and rush hour of DC. And then I'm coming back. Well, so this is where I'm planning to be in December. But then I was like, that's not enough. Each month, I need to have at least one speaking gig on my schedule. So I actually found one in South Carolina, Columbia, and it's the same thing. And that's a week later. Actually, not even. It's the Wednesday right after. So what are you doing in your business? That's kind of my question. What are you doing to make it? Because, of course, if you spend all this money and if you like, well, I have to, you should see, guys, some of the hotel I stay. So a lot of events and if I'm a speaker, a lot of times, especially if I'm a keynote speaker, my travel is taken care of as well as the hotel. But if it's just a sponsorship or sometime, I'm not the keynote and I'm just a breakout speaker or luncheon speaker and the hotel doesn't come out. I can tell you I have counted. I can count on one hand when I've stayed at the hotel where the conference is. First of all, I like to be outside of the conference. That's why I can be outside. If not, we are inside all the time. When do you walk? For me, I usually take an Airbnb or a hotel who's within 15, 20 minutes max of the conference. And I walk. And with an Airbnb, guys, a lot of time you can cook. So for me, that's one of the things. It's always an Airbnb first, and I want to have a kitchen. That's where I can cook, because that means then I can still cook healthy food, eat healthy when I'm at the conference, drink a lot of water, not eat, junk, and I get to see the outside. So, look sometime at some of the things then you do. And it's going to be the same thing when I go to Columbia, South Carolina, in the week later. I'm leaving here in the morning and I'm coming back. That's why my car rental is only one day, 24 hours. And this is it. This is how you make money, guys. So a lot of people are looking at me like, oh, she makes a lot of money. She has a lot of clients. Yeah, but you know what? I pick and choose where I want to put, my money into. My money, a lot of time, I go back basically as to serve clients, to do things, to be able to operate. My assistant, I would never think on cutting corner. Paying my assistant. That's she's a huge part of the business, and the tool that I use online as well. My own education, guys. I have 2 coaches, and trust me, they're like, wow, kind of coaches. One of them is a TV celebrity, and definitely, the costs are up there. So I'd rather spend my money on this, which is my education, because my education with my coaches helped me to be a better coach. And I pass it on to my client. Everything I learn from these amazing coaches are definitely getting passed on. And that's a huge value to me. So where are you going to be in December? Or are you already on Christmas mode? I know then Christmas is around the corner. But are you still on work mode? Or are you kind of like, oh, it's the holiday. Oh, the one thing then I can do is really kind of, take my time. And, I'll revisit in January for my New Year's resolution. Well, let me tell you, your New Year's resolution need to be way ahead. I have done my blueprint of 2020. Let me give you a little tool. 2020, take a number. So go ahead and grab a piece of paper. Please, if you are driving and listening to me, please do not take a piece of paper. But go ahead and write a number, or think of a number in your head of what you would like to make in your business in 2020. Usually I say, if you're making $200 a month right now, guys, don't tell me you want to make six figure by the end of the year. Not that it's not possible, because I have actually taken one client from zero to pretty high, within a couple of months, within 6 months. But let's try to look at really since it's going to take you a while to get there, you probably won't make it at the end of the year. Meaning, like, if 1 or 2 months, if you get there by like August, September, October, November, it still won't add up to $100,000. So pick a number who's about, I would say 20. I like to go a little higher, so 30 to 40% more than what you do right now. And for some, the ones who already have huge momentum and who are like on the go, you definitely can go 50% more. But go ahead and put some kind of mark of how much you want to make. And then this is what you do. What you want to make, you divide that by your average service. So what do you charge your client? What is your average service cost? How much you charge client, monthly or every 3 months, so go ahead and put it down by your unit price. And then that gives you your total of whatever you want to make during the year divided by your unit price will totally give you what you need, how many you need to sell. And then you divide that by 12 months. And this is what you need to do, guys. So then when you have that, it's very easy for you guys to look at, okay, where am I going to place myself? And speaking is a huge part of it. Guys, when I'm in the front of a room, it's an infinite supplies of leads, infinite supplies of clients and who come into your pipeline. And it's just really amazing. So if you don't know yet how to, if you're just even thinking of, I don't know if I could speak in front, it's really, truly easy. It's like riding a bicycle. You probably never thought you would be able to ride a bicycle. You never thought you would be able to drive a car. All of these things we learn, and then we practice, and then we become master at it. It is something with your business. If you're just even thinking like, I just started my business. This was my first year. It's not going the direction I want. I'm not making any money. I can't find any client. I don't know where to find any client. This is a good gauge for you to be like, okay, do I need some help? Do I need help? Do I need someone who's going to be able to give me direction, who's going to be able to hold my hand, who's going to be able to keep me accountable, who's going to be able to give me the strategy, to give me a roadmap and say, okay, number 1, you need to do this. Number 2, you need to find some events where you need to go. And you need to really refine maybe your pitch. Maybe the way you communicate to client, what you do is really not hitting home. So with all of that, I want to really encourage you to start your goals for 2020 before the first of the year. I can tell you, I know exactly where I'm going to be. In February, I am traveling so much. In March, I already have some things on my book. In April, in May, I already have some things on my book of where I'm going to be. Why? Because we have to think ahead. You have to plan. Planning is a huge part of success in your business. Planning and organization. With all of that, guys, I'm going to wish you happy holidays. Now you can go back to the Christmas music since it's after Thanksgiving. I'm totally into these holiday season things. I love the decoration. I love the Christmas trees. I love the Christmas music. And I love when it smells good in the house, like the holiday goods. And then for me, my family comes. And this is also something then I will be touching about is how do you still work when your family is around? I mean, for me, when my family comes, especially from overseas, they're not here for 2 days. They're here for 3 weeks, guys. So how do we manage all of this? And so with all of that, I hope you had an amazing Thanksgiving. And don't forget to be grateful. Grateful to be able to be here in this country really freely, not to be worried about any bombing today, and to be able to pick up any book you want, whether it's at the library or from Amazon delivered to your own steps. And don't let the craziness of all these buying and presents to really steer you away from, what really need to be grateful for. Au revoir, au revoir, au revoir.